Hi, I'm back with another video lesson, and today we're looking at a memorable scene from Shrek. So Shrek, as you know, is this ogre from the swamp, and this dinner conversation, as you will see, will turn out to be a little bit more eventful and contentious as one would expect. So let's take a listen, and then I will teach you some useful vocabulary.
So, Fiona, tell us about where you live. Well, Shrek owns his own land. Don't you, honey?
Oh, yes. It's in an enchanted forest, abundant in squirrels and cute little duckies and...
Awesome. So in this part of the conversation, the in-laws are asking lots of questions in order to get to know Shrek a little bit more, I suppose. And to ask lots of questions is to grill someone. Usually parents do that, right? They grill their kids. Now, what they ask is, so, tell us, where do you live? And then Fiona says, Shrek owns his own land. So she's trying to talk things up. And that means to basically make a good impression on someone by saying things in an exaggerated way, in a more positive way. And then Shrek also chimes in. So he agrees with Fiona to chime in, all right, means to say something in agreement with someone. So he says, yeah, I live in an enchanted forest with a lot of duckies, abundant in squirrels, right? So he's trying to also put a positive spin on everything. But
What? I know you ain't talking about the swamp. Donkey.
all right, but you know, Donkey does not follow social graces, so he says, oh, I know you ain't talking about the swamp. I know you're not saying something about the swamp because, you know, the swamp is obviously like an unpleasant place to live, right? So he makes a faux pas, right? A faux pas is like a social mistake. Make sure that you pronounce this correctly. It's a French expression, faux pas. So he makes a faux pas and says, oh, you live in a swamp, right? Now, this obviously is not something that Shrek likes to hear.
Ogre from a swamp. Oh, how original.
Well, I suppose that would be a fine place to raise the children.
Now, Lillian says, you know, the swamp may be a fine place to raise the kids, and this comment is out of left field. So if a remark or a comment is out of left field, it's unexpected, it's unpredictable, and it just kind of makes everyone feel a little bit distressed. And that's why Shrek chokes on his own food and spits out that spoon, I suppose.
Thinking about that, isn't it? Indeed. I just started eating.
And we can tell that Harold, the king, is not quite pleased with their reunion. So he says, yes, I agree. It's too early to be thinking about kids.
Harold, what's that supposed to mean?
Dad, it's great, okay?
Well, for his type, yes. My type? I gotta go to the bathroom. Dinner is served. Never mind, I can hold it.
So in this part, dinner is served, and now
Oh, Mexican food.
Donkey is
Well, let's
excited.
not just sit here with our tummies rumbling.
All right, that's a great expression. Let's not just sit here with our tummies rumbling. Now, tummy or belly, right, it refers to your stomach. And tummy is a word that's often used in a humorous way, right? Usually by children, really. And rumble, so if you say that, you know, my stomach is rumbling, it's making that sound that indicates you are hungry, all right? And then she says,
Everybody dig in.
Don't mind if I do, Lillian.
that's a great expression. Let's dig in, all right? So in this case, when you dig in, right, that means you start eating your food. But the word dig, just by itself, it's like an unkind remark or like a jab, right? Dig as a noun, right? But if you say, let's dig in, it means let's get to the dinner, let's start eating.
So, I suppose the grandchildren I could expect from you would be... ogres. Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Right, Harold?
Oh, no, of course not. That is assuming you don't eat your own
Okay, now Harold makes another off-color remark, a remark that's not appropriate. It's an off-color remark, and he says, I hope that you guys do not eat your own young. Now, young is a noun in this case and refers to someone's kids, or now for animals, sometimes we use also the word offspring, all right? And obviously Fiona is ticked off, like she does not like that comment one bit.
Oh no, we usually prefer the ones who've been locked away in a tower.
And Shrek says, yeah, we usually prefer the ones who are locked away in a tower, just like Fiona was, right? And that's a jab at Harold, right? So that's an indirect, that's an indirect insult. That's called a jab.
Shrek, please.
I only did that because I love her. Oh, I. Daycare or Dragon Guarded Castle? You wouldn't understand. You're not her father.
It's so nice to have the family together for dinner. Shrek!
Fiona!
Mom! Harold!
Donkey!
And you can tell that this whole thing has fallen apart, right? It's gone haywire. To go haywire, it means to turn out to be completely uncontrollable and just like go wrong. So haywire, it's kind of like wrong, right? So it's gone haywire, and that's what makes Fiona really upset, and she leaves the room angrily. You could say that she storms out of the room, all right? So to storm out of the place, out of a place rather, means to leave the place angrily, all right? So I hope you've learned some new expressions from today's lesson. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.